Okay, so I'm wanting a new clock for my bathroom. I just don't like this color anymore. I used to have this color throughout my house, uh, but I'm just kind of tired of it. It's like a turquoise green. Uh, just don't want it anymore. But I thought instead of buying a new clock, let's revamp this one. And in my newfound theory of use what you have, so we're going to refurbish this one. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the Seventh House Art Studio. Okay, um, yeah, so that clock in the bathroom, just did not like this color anymore, so I'm going to repaint it, and as part of my use what you have concept. And so I had the clock instead of buying a new one. So I already had the clock, I already had the paints that I'm using. I'm using a celery that is from Craft Smart, and I added a little bit of this iridescent white, had that as well. So another thing about this paint, I chose paints. Luckily I had a light green, which is what my bathroom is. There's a hair in it already. I also chose, and not just what I had, but I also chose paint that was already open. So it didn't go bad, and so I didn't open up something that hadn't been opened up, so that would go bad. So all these paints were already opened and I already had them. So this is going to be like probably a pretty boring video watching paint dry. But yeah, and I did tape it off with some masking tape that, yes, I had already. And I did clean it really good before I started painting, so it's clean and dry. And if I get a little bit of paint on the glass, plastic, or I don't know what it is, with being acrylic paint, it's just going to scrape right off, so that's not a big worry. And it is looking like it's going to need 2 coats. So I did have a short that I created today as well. Well, of course, I hope I get this uploaded today on the same day as I made that short. I was at the grocery store. Okay, so it's November 2023. I was at the grocery store. I was looking for a turkey for Thanksgiving. And you gotta watch the short to see how expensive this ridiculously expensive turkey that I found. I didn't get it, of course. Okay, so I'm just going to keep, if I keep painting, it's going to keep just taking more off. So I think I'm going to let this dry. It is going to need 2 coats. Hopefully I didn't paint it to the table, but we'll see. So I'm going to cover my paint and let that dry a little bit, and we'll clean out my brush that, yeah, I already had. So stay tuned. Okay, it's about an hour and a half later, and I thought that was dry. Alright, anyway. I tried to put another coat on here. I thought that was dry. Sucks. Okay. Let's see. The paint, of course, dried a little darker than when it's wet. Oh my God, it's only 8 o'clock. It feels like it's midnight. I don't like it in the wintertime. It gets darker so early. I thought about doing something else rather than just painting it a different color. I really don't know what that would be. I don't want to make it look tacky. You know, I thought about, well, maybe painting some butterflies on it or some flowers, and then I'm like, that would look kind of old lady-ish, in my opinion. I kind of like things that look clean and, how should I say it, like a modern look. Okay, so I'm thinking that the second coat might do it. Just make sure I got all the edges here. Hopefully it comes off the paper. Well, so far I'm liking it better than it was. So if you're going to redo something that is used, that you've had for a while, make sure you clean it first. It's very important, because the paint won't stick to dirt and it will look terrible. Alright, so I'm just trying to making sure that the brush strokes are as least visible as possible and smooth and going in one direction. I see a spot I missed over here. A little crevice I didn't get. Okay. Alright, so we'll let this dry and we'll come back. Thank you. Alright, so it's the next day. I let this dry overnight. And it has some like parts here where the paint didn't go into the little crack. So what I'm going to do is, and I figured this will give it another little pop maybe. So I put some black acrylic paint in this little bottle with the little needle nose. And I've added some water so it would, flow out. So I'm going to try my best to just get this little crack here. So hold on. Let me test it first. Okay, yeah, it's coming out. Oh. Ugh. Okay, so if you're doing something like this, don't stop. Try to make one clean swoop. Oh, shit. Yeah, don't stop. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, shit. Clock moved on me. Oh, no. This isn't working out so good. It's running out. Alright, go with a different plan. So I've just put some black paint in this little palette thing here, and I got a little tiny detail brush. Try it that way. I'm not the best at a steady hand. Still not getting in that crack. I think I should have just put another coat of green to get into that crack. This is not turning out. It's frustrating. Okay, let's just try to smooth it out, even it out. I think I'm going to have to extend it to the lip of this edge here. Make it a little thicker than I intended to. I also chose black because that's the color of the hands and the numbers. Oh no! So make sure you have a wet rag on hand. Getting it all over the place. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to touch up some of the green from this butcher job I just did. Maybe I can wipe it all off. Okay. It's not perfect. Stop moving. Got a little bit over here. Okay, so it's not perfect or beautiful, but it's not that color that I'm just so sick of anymore. Alright, so we'll let that dry. Maybe I'll touch it up a little bit. So I'll be back. Okay, there's the finished product. Can't really tell with the lights. It's not beautiful, but at least it's not that weird green, turquoise green I didn't like anymore. Okay, thank you.